Hello and welcome to Caravanning with the Missus. Thank you very much for tuning in, joining, subscribing and watching, and most of all for being there. And if you're watching this just before Christmas, I hope you're having a great Christmas and a happy new year to you too. Okay, so this week's vlog is I'm doing a review this week. I'm doing a review of the Toptes combustible gas leak detector PT210S. The reason I'm doing this is because Toptes very kindly sent me their detector a couple of weeks ago and asked me to do a review of it. So it's one of those things that I thought a few months ago, I actually thought I could do with a gas leak detector. So I decided to do a review of it because it's one of those things I can see myself using and buying in the near future as well. They haven't told me anything about how they want me to do the review, so it's a perfectly honest review about how I find it, etc. The particular reason that I did think it would be useful is because a few months ago, I think it was on our last caravanning trip, when I was connecting I don't normally unscrew it, but I was connecting the gas pipe where the regulator is, just into the regulator, and I accidentally cross-threaded it. And it took me absolutely ages to actually get it back uncross-threaded. But during all that sort of process, after I screwed it back in, I was always wondering, oh, is it tight enough? Is it still cross-threaded? I'm not too sure. I wish I had a gas leak detector to make sure it's all safe and sound. So it's at that point I thought, oh, it might be quite handy to have a gas leak detector. And a couple of months later, here we are. And as if you wouldn't believe it, they sent it to me just by chance. So yeah, so that's why I'm reviewing the gas leak detector. So let's have a look at it. So there's the box, there's the case, it's got a zip on it as well. Very handy, and a little hook there for hanging it up somewhere. Then we've got the actual gas detector itself, gas leak detector, but it's made out of quite nice plastic. A nice sturdy, nice silky feel to it, which is very nice. And we've got the nice little swan neck with its little detector on the end. And that can be bent into any shape for difficult to reach places. Like that, etc. Here's the business end. You also get two AA batteries, which go in here. La 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 la, they just nip in there, like that. And get some Duracells with it. And then we've got the LCD screen and the on-off button and low and high detector. And in the instruction manual, it's in 5 languages. And there's a handy little graph as well. I won't get too technical, but it's all about LELs, lower explosive limit. So you've got a little table there with all the different gases. So you've got methane, propane, butane, gasoline, hydrogen, ethanol, acetylene, and natural gas as well. And their LEL levels. They've all got slightly different LEL levels. Apparently if you get 100% LEL, the LEL value is measured as a percentage volume in the air. If you get 100%, then it's risk of explosion. The detector will detect from 1% upwards. So when it detects 1% LEL of a gas, then it will start bleeping and measuring it on the little scale. So let's turn it on. To turn it on, you press the lovely red button there, and then you need to turn it on in an environment where there's known to be no gas so that it can calibrate itself. You can see there it's counting down now. It'll count down for 30 seconds. You get a nice little bleep when it's there. So it fires up in high sensitivity mode. If you want low sensitivity mode, you press the low button. Right, so I'm in the Caravan. Oh, by the way, that's the end that I cross-threaded, where my fingers are up there. Just as it goes in, yeah, that's the end that I cross-threaded a couple of months ago when I was on holiday. But I'm not going to play around with that end again today because it's a bit easier for me to play around with this end. So what I'm going to do is replicate a gas leak. So I'm going to turn the gas on the smallest amount. I've loosened up the bolt. I've loosened up the one on the gas canister, that one there, going from the gauge to the gas canister. Loosened up that one slightly, so I'm just going to undo the tap here, so you can just about hear a slight hissing. There it is. There it is. Oh, now we're beeping already. I can barely hear that it's the smallest leak that I could emulate. We can barely hear it. So now, with the detector, right over there, and let's have a look at the gauge, beeping away. Difficult to get the camera on it. There you go. So it's obviously not very happy about that. I can't actually hear it actually. Yeah, I can't hear it. So it stopped leaking, and the gas leak detector has told me. So let's make it leak again. There it is. Oh, just a little. There you go. Little puff, and then I closed it again. And then, oh, as it dissipates, there you go, it goes down to 0 again. So, that's the slightest leak possible. And, oh, see if I've got a gas leak. Go in here. Oh yeah, you see it's beeping straight away when the detector's miles away. It's right out here now. Yikes. Yeah, okay, and the corresponding bar chart. Anyway, I'll turn it off now so we don't get too much of an explosion. There it is, it's off. And then you can hear it as the gas dissipates. It drops down 1%. It's gone. Now if I move the sensor closer and closer and closer, oh yeah, it's right next to the thing. Right next to the thing, and I've fixed the leak. There you go, very handy indeed. So there you go, very handy little gas leak detector, Toptes PT210S. Handy little tool for the toolbox, and stocking filler for any caravanners that needs their stockings to be filled over Christmas. It's currently on sale for about £30. Oh, you get discount if you use this code. And I'll put a link to where you can get it from in the description. Potentially save your life actually, so very handy indeed. But yeah, okay. Anyway, thanks very much for tuning in and watching and subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be awesome. So yes, hopefully for our followers, I'll see you. We're going away in a few days' time to the sunny Lake District, so that'll be great. So yeah, laters taters.